Honorable Men Discord, Academic interviews Kanye. Let's talk about it. Instant drop, instant drop, instant drop. Wasting no time with this. Let's get straight to it. Academics interviews Kanye West. Kanye West is wearing a black, similar to the KKK outfit, but in black, which is why I got the black hat on. I always wear my black t-shirt, but you know what it is. Let's get straight to the hit list. This was an hour interview, so thank me for breaking down the parts that I felt was worthy of mentioning right away. All right. First of all, on the hit list of the people that he mentioned, Playboy Cardi's on the hit list. Kendrick Lamar, Pusha T, John Legend, Jim Jones, Jay-Z, Virgil from Off-White. Although I didn't cue up the Off-White portion when he spoke on Virgil, because I just wanted to give you guys some of the more extremely passionate clips from this hour interview. It was a little over an hour. And also he speaks on Ty Dolla $ign. So all those individuals were on the hit list. Kanye West held back nothing. Kanye is being Kanye. Gemini season. He's a Gemini. Gemini, stand up. Say what you want about us. We are who we are. We're passionate. So with that being said, let's get straight into it. Like I told you, I only took the best of what I thought you need to hear. So let's get to it. Everything's queued up. So I'm going to start off with my first clip. He's talking about the invisible hand. He's talking about the Jewish community and their power in the music industry. Let's get into it.
People get so mad and they start exposing themselves because the Jews, they move in the tunnels. They move where you can't see them. They're the invisible hand, and they'll get like, what they'll do is they'll threaten people. Oh, we're going to take your tours away. We're going to drop your artists. You got to say this. Like, how many people put, I stand with my Jewish people, 3 years ago. And what I did is I stood on it this time. I never backed down. That's my whole thing. That's why I was mad about removing, that somebody taught me into removing that Jay-Z tweet, because it was just like, nah, the whole idea is no matter what, I'm not going to back down. So by doing a swastika chain, it then ruffled some feathers. And then I really saw the comparison of me and Puff with the Diageo and the Adidas situation. Yeah. Regardless, if they could have locked me up for taxes and that, they wasn't playing fair. Like, okay, cool, fair deal.
Let me pause it real quick. I got to give credit where credit is due. I took all these clips from the posting from Chris Venegas. I don't know how Chris got it, because when I went to Akademiks channel, Academic doesn't even have it up. But I guess Chris got the plug. Let's get into it.
You did good, we did good. It's like, no, you leaving with nothing. We have to destroy you. Even though they came and used us to tap into the culture and make money off of black people and people who enjoy black culture. If we said, like, yo, you doing us wrong, you stealing my style, you taking all of my employees, you taking Jerry Lorenzo and making him do my same designs as he's the agreeable Kamala nigga. They started lowering the budgets for Puff. So I related to Puff, and then they pulled out a video with him and Cassie from 10 years ago. And then it made everybody be like, oh, Puff's a woman beater, so he's the devil. He needs to be in jail, right? Meanwhile, I don't know somebody who hasn't gotten to an altercation with a girl at one point. And
I'm going to have to stop it there, because I just wanted to touch him speaking on the Jewish owners, I guess, in the music industry. I didn't want to brush over him speaking on Puff. Furthermore, what he was about to say, he was saying he doesn't know anyone that hasn't had a dispute with their girl and stuff like that. What we saw on camera with Diddy was completely different than arguing with the female. So I'm not going to go into that. Next up, what I have queued up, Kanye West talking about how he's the king. He says, I'm the king. And he's talking about the music industry. Do any of you deny that? I don't deny it. Kanye West's catalog is ridiculous. Say what you want. You don't have to like him. His catalog is serious, and he's still pushing. Let's get into it.
For none of these fucking labels want it with the king. I am the Don. Lucian, don't send none of your motherfucking slaves. Don't send nobody, because they getting their head torn off. Quick. quick. We ain't got no problem. Ain't no motherfucker. I'm the only king. I'm the only nigga that'll go up against these niggas. I'm the only nigga that survived through this shit. You know what I'm saying? Me, pussy ass, faggot ass, pink polo ass nigga.
He was talking about himself when he first came in the industry. College dropout. He was always wearing polo down, everything. If you know, you know. If you haven't been following Kanye that long, you're not really a Kanye fan. You don't know anything about Kanye West. But Gemini season. He's talking his ish as we continue. Next thing I have queued up is he's just generally talking to. It's a general statement to anyone who's been against him or who has never stood by him when people were criticizing him for supporting Trump earlier on. I believe during Trump's first term when he was wearing the MAGA hat, people were against him, or those that weren't riding with him when he was going through his split with Kim Kardashian. So this is Kanye West in his own words. Let's get into it.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't never killed nobody ass nigga. Fuck all you niggas. All you street niggas, all you rap niggas, just any nigga that ever said something about my fucking hat. None of these niggas, Jay-Z, Beyonce, you ain't helped me when I fucking was having problems with my kids. You could have used your influence. No, your influence is for politics. Your influence is how you could use a nigga you never wanted to sign anyway, that Dame signed. You ain't show up to my first fucking wedding. You ain't my family. I always wanted some kind of family. Never had family out here. So what the fuck? And then they take my actual blood family from me in my face. All right, so go ahead. I just had to get that.
All right. He sounded like Pac. He sounded like Pac. And I believe Tupac, I'm speaking of, I believe he was a Gemini also. I'm a Gemini, so Kanye, just speak your mind. People gonna call you crazy. Do I think that you have moments where it seems as though you need medication? I'll be honest with you. It seems like, and I say that respectfully, there's moments when he's ranting where he's all over the place, and it seems as though he may need medication. But I'm not an expert, so my words mean nothing. It's just my opinion. I still am a fan of Kanye West, and we live in a country where freedom of speech is a thing, so he's exercising it. So as we get into it, this next thing that I have queued up is this is directly to Jay-Z, and I don't need to say anything. I'm gonna let Kanye West say it.
You offended Jay-Z. Fuck him. Fuck him. You know what I'm saying? Put it like this. Let's take it to money. How much money do you think Jay-Z make off my catalog versus what I make off it? Next subject.
Like I said, I'm giving you guys all the highlighted areas where Kanye West is just expressing himself. Next thing is Kanye speaking on him choosing Kim Kardashian. Let's get into it.
Well, some people might feel like, like even with the situation with kids, I hear you speak about that a lot. Like nobody really spoke up on your behalf. But even when you speak about Kim, people might be like, well, you picked her. Like you put yourself in that.
Absolutely, I did. That was my fault.
Maybe they're saying that you don't take accountability.
No, that was my fault. I didn't want to have children with this person after the first 2 months of being with her. But that wasn't God's plan. But my issue with all these faggot ass celebrity niggas is, if you ain't gonna speak on my behalf of the situation I'm in right now with my children or where I was when I asked for the help years ago, don't talk about my political views. Plus your T. Like, nigga, I bled for you. If nigga asks you about me, say we ain't speaking on Ye. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how y'all looking at me like a Vic, because you a street nigga. But it ain't that time no more. I'm the lawyer off Carlito's way. I'm the boss. You niggas is broke. You niggas is not masterminds. And you niggas should never have ever gone. Look at John Legend, old sissy ass. I ain't never do nothing wrong to that.
So that was another clip that I had queued up. So I'm just going to cut that out right now since he went straight to John Legend. Actually, you know what? I'm going to let that rock out. From Kim Kardashian straight into John Legend. I'm going to let that rock out. And let me see this one. I'm going to let that one rock out. So he's going to go straight into John Legend. By the way, Carlito's Way, great movie. If you've never seen it, do your research. If you have a Fire Stick and it has that special app on it, go check it out, Carlito's Way. I know that's off subject, but being that he brought it up, I just wanted to point that out. Let's get back to it.
I changed generations of his life. And they got out that faggot ass hot sweater nigga come up and just, this nigga wears sweaters in motherfucking August and Barbados. John Legend, mashed potato. So, no, they say they smell like mashed potatoes. I don't know where I got this from.
They used to be your...
All right, so I'm gonna cut that off. Basically, he went, and I don't know if any of you caught this. He mentioned Pusha T, and then he segued into John Legend, which I had queued up. The reason why he even brought them up is because, again, when he was campaigning wearing the MAGA hat during Trump's first presidential term, or should I say before, I think, Trump was president, or after he was elected the first time. One of the two. I don't really remember. I guess people closely associated with Kanye West was questioned in regard to why is Kanye West wearing a MAGA hat? Why is he supporting Trump? And he felt as though certain individuals like Pusha T and John Legend, they could have chosen not to address it. They could have found a more, I guess, more strategic way of addressing the fact that, you know, Kanye's his own man. We don't want to speak on it, but instead they had some choice words, I guess, that made him feel like they turned their back on him. So he's had a gripe with Pusha T, a slight gripe. I don't think it's a major gripe. And John Legend, as he just went in on John Legend, but he even addressed that at one point on the Drink Champs. So that's nothing new. But in any event, we moving forward. We're going into the final clip, which is going to transition from him talking about Ty Dolla $ign and Jim Jones. His issue with Ty Dolla $ign, which is crazy because, as many of you know that follow Kanye West, he just recently did like at least 2 albums, I believe, with Ty Dolla $ign. And I think outside of the albums that he's done with Ty Dolla $ign, he's worked with Ty Dolla $ign before. But his issue with Ty Dolla $ign is that, you know, when he made certain remarks, again, speaking of Kanye West, when he made certain remarks about the Jewish community on the Drink Champs, I guess Ty Dolla $ign found himself in a situation where people were asking him, you know, if he agrees with Kanye West, because of course he was closely working with Kanye West, and Kanye West is about to discuss the discussion he had with Ty Dolla $ign, and he was disappointed with Ty Dolla $ign's public statement, which came across as though he was turning his back on Kanye. But I'll let Kanye speak for himself. But right after he speaks on Ty Dolla $ign, we're going to transition to Kanye speaking on Jim Jones. And I'm going to end the video there because do yourself the favor and just watch the full interview in its entirety. Again, this interview is an hour and 7 minutes, and I didn't want to make an hour and 7 minutes of reacting to the interview. In all fairness, I just wanted to take out some stuff to just get you excited about watching the full video. But let's get into it.
Ty put up the tweet before we landed. He said, I got to say something. I said, I'm not racist, but Ye is. We agreed upon that. When I landed, he put up, I don't condone hate speech. You letting these niggas put words in your mouth. I 100x'd, 137x'd his career. Not 1, not 2, not 20, 137x'd it.
Basically what he's saying is he helped propel his career, Ty Dolla $ign's career, further than it's ever been. And agree or disagree, Geminis will be Geminis. We're passionate. You know, when we show love, it's genuine. And say what you want about Kanye West, he helps people out behind the scenes, and a lot of people that's around him, surrounded by him, either take advantage of him or take for granted his kindness. And so then when he gets an opportunity to speak on it, he's going to just say what's the first thing that comes to his mind. He's not going to hold back. So let's continue. And he also recently gave the game 2 of his silver Maybachs. Excuse me. He gave Game 2 of his silver Maybachs for nothing. And Game has recently posted that on his IG. That's just miscellaneous information, but this is the kind of stuff that Kanye does because at the end of the day, he knows he's a billionaire and money's nothing to this man. Let's continue.
And while I'm on a plane, you put up word by word Jewish vernacular. My thing is we could sit and talk it out. I know they on your head, but nigga, you don't got to denounce me, period. And if you do, you talk to me about how we gonna do it. See all these street niggas and this niggas running around with guns, got bodies. They think they boss, so they think I'm a motherfucking Vic or some shit. They think because I give niggas high salaries, nigga, I'm a billionaire, nigga, I don't give a fuck about that shit. See, this is my issue with Jim Jones, right? So he says he's gonna get a jib or a div. I don't know what the fuck the word is, but basically like he gonna get a percentage if he introduced me to this crypto nigga, right? Mm-hmm. And I know this shit sound like a Tarantino movie. Jim Jones wants me to meet with Mr. Pink to make $2 million off a crypto coin. Next Tarantino film, right? So then I found out before the second meeting that he was gonna make this money. So.
Did he tell you?
No, he said that he's gonna get a percentage. He didn't tell me what it was.
By the way, shout out to Akademiks. Although Akademiks, I didn't forget the situation you got yourself in on Twitch or whatever it was, playing video games with that minor. So you're not off the hook with me. You know, it was completely disgusting what you did. But shout out to you for this interview because you did ask key questions when you got an opportunity to. You allowed him Kanye West to just do what Kanye does, which is go on his rants. But when you got the pocket, when you got that open door to ask a question, you asked the right questions. And I gotta give you your credit for that. But let's continue.
He didn't say he's gonna give me a piece of it either. When I found out how much money it was, I was like, you know what? One second. Hello. Okay, send them to room 59 right now. Thank you. So when
You found out about...
When I found out that he was getting the money, I was like, how much money is it? Yeah, I'm gonna take that meeting for you to get the money, but I guess I gotta sit there. What are you gonna... Like, I wasn't like, oh, nigga, you didn't tell me, I'm not gonna do. I still took the meeting, and the nigga still got the money, right?
So he got paid $2 million.
Yes.
For you taking the meeting.
Real quick, shout out to Kanye West for giving these exclusive interviews to the brown skin people. And no, you know, for those of you that are not brown skin listening to this, like, oh, this guy's racist, or why is everything got to be black and white? Listen, we as black people, and I'm speaking to the black people, need to support each other. Period. All right? And there's nothing wrong or racist about black people supporting black people. And just like in the previous episode, I questioned why didn't LeBron give an exclusive interview to Club Shay Shay or Nightcap? He knows that Shannon Sharp is a huge fan of his. Why not give that interview to Shannon Sharp? Or why not give it to some up-and-coming podcast channel or something like that? That would have been cool. That would have been a good look. I respect Kanye because Kanye is obviously a busy man. He got a phone call during the interview. But yet Kanye, you know, stuck to his word and allowed Akademiks to meet him at whatever location he's at, whatever hotel, and conduct the interview. You know, so I respect Kanye for that. Kanye also, as I mentioned, has been on Drink Champs, so he showed love to Nori. So shout out to Kanye. And that's not the only interview I've seen him give to, minorities, which I respect that. Let's continue.
Taking a meeting, but watch. And the money was a bit behind my back. I didn't really know about it. People be doing shit behind my back. My issue with Jim was we working on clothes. And I said, look, send me a PDF. For anybody that doesn't know, it's like a group of pictures in a folder that you send to the iPhone. You could do like 300 pictures, 10 pictures on it, 10 pages. I said, send me a PDF of all the ideas, all the young niggas you know in New York. Let me see all of this shit right now. Let the king see everything that's happening, right? This man tells me, I don't know how to make a PDF. That was way more disrespectful to me than a nigga figuring out how to get the $2 million. Do you understand why? Because this shit to my face, nigga. You gonna lie to me about a fucking PDF, you faggot ass nigga? After I sat and...
Ouch, ouch, ouch. Ouch to Jim Jones, who you got outed by Cameron on It Is What It Is about you living in Harlem and that you're not really from Harlem, you're from the Bronx. Just ouch. Jim Jones, I like his music. You know, early on in starting this channel, I did an episode on Jim Jones. Respect Jones. Respect Jones. So I'm not hating on Jim Jones, but this story sounds crazy. Let Kanye continue.
The meeting for you, you took the money and I ain't even asked your broke ass for a percentage?
Maybe he didn't know how to do it.
Do you think one of his young niggas knew how to do it?
Yeah, of course.
Do you think that he could have figured it out after that nigga made $2 million?
Definitely.
Next subject.
Definitely.
And I'm going to end it with there. Listen, I have to say something about this now. As a New Yorker, what Kanye's saying doesn't sound like Kanye's crazy. It's a possibility. That's exactly how it went down, okay? And I'm not here to play judge, but if it did happen the way Kanye's saying it, that was kind of, it was grimy at the end of the day. So basically what Kanye said, and I know Kanye's saying that Jim was setting up a meeting for Kanye to speak with somebody about crypto. But what Jim didn't tell Kanye was just by Kanye sitting down with the guy, Jim was going to get $2 million. And Kanye found out after the fact, but Kanye wasn't upset with Jim. Kanye still did the interview, still did the sit down, I should say. So Jim was able to get the $2 million, which again is a testament to Kanye showing love, right? But Kanye was offended because when he asked him to do something when they were working together with the clothes, which I saw that on a separate interview. If those of you seen that interview, that's with someone, this young, I want to say he might have he might be mixed, he might be Hispanic and black, I'm not sure, but it was an interview exclusively that Kanye did with this guy. I can't think of the name right now. And within that interview, Kanye spoke about him and Jim Jones collabing with something with clothing. So I'm familiar with that. But the point of the matter is, Kanye looked out, still sat down with the guy, and Jim Jones got $2 million, not $2,000, $2 million. And when Kanye asked him about sending him a JPEG or whatever, Jim Jones pretty much gave him the answer like he don't know how to do it. That's the wrong answer that you give anyone that has helped you put $2 million in your pocket. What you say is, I'll get it done, right? Because you know you can get it done. You could make a few phone calls. There's going to be somebody in your team that knows exactly what Kanye is looking for, and they're going to help you navigate that. So I understand why Kanye was upset about that answer. And then not to mention, who knows what the energy was like when Jim Jones answered Kanye. You know, listen, if somebody's helping you, especially when you're able to get $2 million, you don't say you don't know how to do something. You figure it out. All right, you figure it out. But again, I guess what's left to be seen, or I should say left to be heard, is, you know, Jim Jones' reply to that. First of all, Kanye just talked crazy about Jim Jones. But is Jim Jones going to admit that's how it transpired? Who knows? All I know is that this entire interview is worth watching. I will put it in the description. And again, it's courtesy of Chris Venegas. Hope I said the name right. And wow. This is an immediate drop for me. I'm not even doing a premiere on this. I'm dropping it right after I finish editing the video, and I'm just going to put it out. But that's all I have for right now. Honorable Men Discord. I appreciate everyone for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe. Let's keep this going. Take care.